Hi crafty friends, today I'm giving you a quick tutorial on how I make my yo-yo cards, and here's one I made for a recent blog hop. And you pull the string and that goes down, and to start again you just wind that around, and I'll bring it up a bit closer. So you just grab the string and you pull and it spins it down. Okay, so let's get started. So for today's card, I'm going to start on a base of soft sky, and I'm going to do a background using my watercolor wash, and I'm going to go tone on tone, so I'll stamp that with the soft sky. So flip that onto there and around, and we've got our background. And I'm just going to do another small section, and you'll see in a minute what I use that for. There we go. So we do that on a scrap of soft sky. So I'm finished with the watercolor wash and the soft sky ink. Then I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White, and using the large stamp from Moon Baby, so I'm going to use this stamp here of the moon and the little baby on it, and my Memento ink. Now what I'm going to do, because I don't really need this star image here, so I'm just lining the Whisper White up with the base of my pad, and I'm going to stamp just in that corner there. Okay. Now using my 2.5 inch circle punch, by some streak of luck, that fits in exactly. Can you see that? I'll just pop him out. Okay. Now I'm also going to, on this sheet here where I stamped a section of the watercolor wash background, I'm just going to do exactly what I did with the Whisper White. So I'm going to line up the edge of my cardstock there and stamp my image. And again, punch that out. Okay. Right, so now to build my image, so I'm going to do a little bit of paper piecing, which is different to paper piercing. I wanted to, you could always color your image, so if you wanted to use the white, you could color that nicely. But what I've decided I'm going to do is so I've stamped this image a number of times, as you can see. So I'm going to start building up my image now. So I'm going to start with the pink pirouette. So a bit of glue on the back, and then I'm just going to line that up. And pop that one on there. So the next one to go on is my Daffodil Delight. Again, I'm just going to line that up. And to finish it off, I've got his cute little jumpsuit. Now I've used the Carried Away DSP, which is a celebration item. Okay, so there is my image. I'll just lift that up for you. So if you find that you can see a bit of your cardstock there, what you can do is grabbing a sponge dauber, you can either go around the edge like that, or you could use a black marker and that would work as well. But I'm just going to go around the edge and give it that little bit of a smoky look that you get with clouds and the moon. Now we're going to start building the mechanism for our yo-yo spinner. Now to build our mechanism for our yo-yo spinner, we're going to take a piece of window sheet, just use a scrap, and we're just going to place a piece of copy paper behind it. Now I've got my 3/4 inch circle punch, but a 1/2 inch will work as well. And I'm just going to pop out 2 of these. And we can throw away the copy paper, we don't need that. It's just so that we get a nice smooth punch on the acetate. Alright, so to build our spinner, we pierce a hole in the center of one of your acetate sheets, and I'm going to take a length of the baker's twine, just the regular baker's twine, and 12, usually I just cut a 12-inch strip, and we're going to roughly find the center. So if you line it up on your grid paper, I think it's a little bit easier that way to find your center, and just pierce a hole through our white stamped image. I flip it over and pierce the hole from that side because sometimes it's a bit distracting on your stamped image. So we always build from the top down. So flipping that over, we're going to place a brad through the center, and we just flip that over so that the brad prongs are sticking up. Then I'm going to tie a single knot. I'll do that again. So with my twine in one end, I'm tying a single knot, and before I pull it tight, I just pop it down over there and I pull that tight. Now, using our mini glue dots, our acetate circle, we are going to just pop a few glue dots on here. You could get away with 3. I'm going to put 4 down so that the twine really grabs. So I don't know if you can see, I've got glue dots on my acetate. Now glue dot side down, I'm placing that onto here. So oops. Make sure your prongs are together, otherwise there we go. Now we want our string to be coming straight down, so in line with this here, and push that down so that the glue dots are anchoring that twine in place. And I just grab the end of my stylus and of my piercer and burnish that in. Okay, so we can trim this little bit here off. Now the next step is to take one of our dimensionals. Now these aren't round, so what I do, I just come along and snip off the points. And we just need to take the tiniest little bit off, and it's pretty close to being a round circle. And we want to pierce a hole in there. So now this one is going to go down over that brad as well. There we go. So now we have our second circle, which as well we'll put a hole in there, and this will go onto there. So you'll see in here we have a, where are we? Can you see the channel that we've created? Now what we're going to do is we're going to work out where on the page we want our feature to go. So looking at this as our card front, I think I might go roughly the center. So piercing a hole through there. Put that in there, and then we're going to open out our tongs, our tines on our brad, and essentially we've got it built. So we'll test it out. Very loosely wrap that around and pull, and it works. And when you pull it down, it should come to the upright position. So taking our little feature panel that we made, we're going to pop some glue on the back. Okay, and we're just going to push that down. There will be a little bit of a lump where the brad is, but just keep working that down and it will stick. Now to finish off my card, I'm just going to pop some snail onto the back here. Now I'm not covering up that brad. That's important so that it can spin freely. And using the dies from Lift Me Up, I have cut out a series of clouds which I'm going to layer up using my dimensionals. So now for the sentiment, which I'm going to take from the same stamp set, Moon Baby. Let me line this up. Okay, excuse my head for a second. And to create our star pull, our pull tab on here, I've used the star that's in the Perfect Pines framelit set, and I've cut 2 of them out using Daffodil Delight. The little star that's on the end of here, I just felt was a little bit too small. So I'm just going to shorten this down a little bit. And again using Tombow, I'll place a bit here. And I place my string in the middle. And I'm going to pop my star down. And what that does, that sandwiches my string in between. And okay, so we'll test that out again. So that's going to sit there, and I pull my string and I've got an interactive element to my card. Okay guys, that's my card for today. I hope you like it and give it a go. Until next time, stay crafty.